everybody, welcome to the Man Leek. I'm John as always. In this spoiler season, I'm going to be doing something a little bit new. I'm going to be releasing daily recaps of all the spoilers that came out that day. They're not going to be in-depth set reviews. The set reviews is where that's going to be. It's also not just going to be, here's a card. Bye. I will briefly talk about the cards that were revealed each day, just as sort of a way of getting everything all in one spot. Now today will likely be one of the longer videos because there were a lot of cards revealed today. Now the vast majority are reprints, but there is a bunch there. Official spoiler season starts next Monday, but today a bunch did come out officially, so it's not like these are leaks or anything. Up first, we'll just take a look at the reprints, the cards that we've already seen, some of them very recently, like Impeccable Timing. 1 and a white for an instant. Impeccable Timing deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. We know that from Kaladesh. Fine enough card in limited, not the best removal, but fine enough. Giant Spider is finally back. Giant Spider's been gone for a little bit of time. 3 and a green for a creature spider, 2/4 with reach. This is a prototypical creature. You'll often hear people call 2/4s with reach a giant spider, especially if they cost 4. Again, a fine limited card. Mighty Leap is back as well. 1 and a white for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. A staple of core sets. Kind of cool art on it as well. Ancient Crab is back, a card that I know people collected. Utterly vanilla, 1 blue for a 1/5, and that's it. Not typically something you want to play in very many formats at all, but, you know, it's there if you want it. Fling is back. Fling, of course, is a casual favorite and also can have some pretty big implications in limited. 1 and a red for an instant as an additional cost to cast Fling. Sack a creature. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature or player. The fact that it hits players can just utterly end games if you pump something up really big, hit with it, and then fling it. So watch out for that. Spidery Grasp is back as well, a quick little combat trick here. 2 and a green for an instant. On-tap target creature gets +2/+4 and gains reach until end of turn. You turn a creature into a giant spider plus whatever else it had going on. Good little combat trick. You will get blown out by it. You will. I will. Many times. Our final true reprint, anyways, is Gravedigger, another core set staple. Gravedigger, 3 and a black for a 2/2 creature zombie. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Very solid limited card. You should generally play these pretty regularly, and there's some mechanics that we'll see that deal with the graveyard. A number of new cards, first printed in Amonkhet, were revealed as well, with Sixth Sense being the least new. It is a single green enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. This is just Curiosity, which was the exact same thing in blue. I think maybe Curiosity didn't matter about combat damage. This does specifically. This is a solid aura. This is an aura that you generally will play in limited. Now, of course, blue Curiosity was good because you could throw it on all the blue flyers that you had. Green getting Curiosity might not be quite as good, so keep an eye on it. We have a couple of new vanilla creatures. We have Hyena Pack, 2 red for a 3/4 creature hyena at common. That's all that's going on there. And we also have Dune Beetle, which I'm going to just forever misread as Dung Beetle. I am sure of it, especially because it looks exactly like one. 1 and a black for a 1/4 creature insect. That's all that's going on there either. It's just a regular old vanilla creature. A horned turtle, I believe you would call it. Wrapping up the unsplashy cards that were revealed today, we have Cursed Minotaur, 2 and a black for a creature zombie minotaur. It's a 3/2 with menace. This seems fine. This seems like a slightly more aggressive and powerful Alley Strangler. I'll probably play at least one of these in most black decks that I have if I'm trying to be in any way aggressive. Angler Drake is our final one. It is a 4 blue creature drake at uncommon. It's a 4/4 flyer, and when Angler Drake enters the battlefield, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. It's a giant Mistraven. Now that's it for the commons and uncommons that were revealed today, but we got some rares as well revealed today. Up first, we have Archfiend of Ifnir. Archfiend of Ifnir is a 3 black creature demon at rare. It's a 5/4. It has flying. That's a whole bunch of good stuff going on so far. It also has cycling too. Cycling is a returning mechanic for Amonkhet, which basically means pay whatever the cost says, discard the card from your hand, obviously, not from the battlefield, and draw a card. So if you can't cast this, if you're desperate for something else, you can throw it away. Maybe bring it back with a Gravecrawler or something. It also has another ability. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponents control. Oh boy. We'll talk about that, and that even has constructed implications, utterly shutting down Snake, the Constrictor decks out there. So Archfiend looking pretty good. As a quick note, this is actually the buy a box promo, so if you buy a box of Amonkhet from a WPN store, you will get an Archfiend of Ifnir foil and alternate art. That's not the only promo today, though. We had Oracle's Vault, the launch day promo. So if you go to a launch day FNM, the day Amonkhet is released, you'll get a copy of this. 4 generic mana for an artifact at rare. Pay 2 and tap it to exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card, not cast, so you can play it. You can actually play lands that are there. And you put a brick counter on Oracle's Vault. You start building the vault. Then you can also tap, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Oracle's Vault. So you tap this 3 times, get 3 bricks on it, and then you start playing the card off the top of your deck for free. Seems pretty fun. I'm not sure if it'll be great. I'm going to have to test this a whole bunch. We'll talk more in the set review, of course, but I'm excited to try it at least. The game day promos were also revealed today, and these are where we get more mechanics for the set. Up first, we have True Heart Duelist, a 1 and a white creature human warrior at uncommon. This is the promo that you get for showing up to game day. She is a 2/2 creature human warrior. True Heart Duelist can block an additional creature each combat. Embalm for 2 and a white. Embalm is a brand new mechanic that says if you pay this cost, if this creature's in the graveyard, you actually get the creature back on the battlefield as a token. The original copy is exiled, so you can't just do this over and over and over, and you get a token version of this. And there will be tokens of each creature with Embalm, which means there might potentially be a bunch of tokens in this set. So maybe the tokens will hold like $1 value or something. But yeah, seems like a cool mechanic. We'll have to see what else is going on in the set with it. Finally, we have the Game Day Top 8 promo. You get this card if you go to Game Day and get into the Top 8. This is Glorybringer, 3 red for a creature dragon at rare. It's a 4/4. It has flying and it has haste, so already sounding pretty good. You may exert Glorybringer as it attacks. When you do, I feel like that should say if you do, but when you do, it deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls. So what does exert mean? Well, exert is kind of what I've been calling freeze all this time, but not quite. Exert basically says when you attack with this creature, you can choose to not have this creature on tap during your next untap step. So it basically takes a turn off. So if you want to fly in with your 4/4 and next turn you don't care about flying in and you want to kill something, you can do that. That is an option. Finally today, a new insert card was revealed. Inside packs will be magic punch cards that you can actually punch out to get brick counters, -1/-1 counters, embalmed counters, and exerted counters. This is a really cool idea. I think having these in magic packs is a great idea. It'll be really helpful to just get more value out of kind of the token slot and whatnot. Not having to use a whole bunch of different dice and stuff, or putting a 1 die on a thing to say it's exerted, even though that also means it's a +1/+1 counter. Confusion. These punch cards are really cool to see. So that's going to wrap it up for today's spoiler recap. We probably will not have another until Monday, at which point we'll then have one every day. I also imagine many of them will be a lot shorter. It's not too often that we get like 16 cards in a single day. So definitely keep an eye on those. Let me know what you think of these quick recaps. Do you like them? What do you want to see in them? I will not go super in-depth into the cards. That is going to be, of course, saved for the set reviews, which will be out in a couple of weeks. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at @TheManaLeek. That's LEEK, like the vegetable, not the card. You can also find me at Facebook.com/TheManaLeek, Twitch.tv/TheManaLeek, and Patreon.com/TheManaLeek. If you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see you all next time.